honey, let him on in. Why, it's the long arm of the law, and I've been busted again. Time itself just won't wait. So take a chance, don't hesitate.
The Treasure Detective, by H.K. Mayfield. Tony McHugh is a young man in his early 30s who shares a house with a layabout friend called Alex. Tony is an average hard-working man when he can gain employment. He is conscientious, honest to a fair degree, and always tries to deliver what he promises. His housemate, Alex, on the other hand, has none of these qualities. Tony describes him to others as the only man that he knows who can peel an orange, in his pocket, with a boxing glove on. His nickname is Dudder. But he is a genuine, very reliable friend to Tony from childhood. Tony tells his housemate of an idea that he has to start a small business that just may keep him employed for a more extended stretch than usual. Tony mentions that at the local pawn shop, Billy the proprietor has a metal detector that specializes in picking up gold frequency signals. He says it has great capabilities as the model that Billy has is the same model used by the Army to detect UIDs and hidden caches of weapons and even secreted bullion. However, Tony mentions that Billy has got £1,500 on it, although it is in excellent condition. £1,500 is the price without the extra accessories. The regular retail price new would be way over £4,000. But Tony doesn't have access to £1,500 in cash. Tony decides to go and see Billy personally and ask him to do a deal with him as in a swap for the metal detector. He visits Billy's pawn shop, Rock Bottoms, on the high street. Tony catches Billy alone in the shop and after saying hello and such, Tony comes to the point with Billy. He first asks how much Billy would let him have as a cash advance for his Fender Stratocaster and his Marshall amplifier if he were to pawn it with Billy. Billy tells him, business-wise, that he would give him 1/10 of its worth, and he knows, and Tony knows, that his musical equipment is worth at least £2,500, so that would make it worth a £250 advance. But Billy is a little shocked as to why Tony would pawn his personal equipment that was really sentimental to him. Tony's father had bought the guitar and amplifier as an incentive for Tony to improve in his guitar playing. Billy and Tony's father had played in bands together as younger men, and he understood the sentimentality involved. Tony tells Billy that he really does need the money if he is going to make a serious start to his new venture. Tony then asks Billy how much he would buy the equipment for outright with no pledging involved. Billy tells Tony honestly that business-wise he could only go to £2,000, tops. Tony then asks Billy to consider straight swapping his equipment for the metal detector that Billy has for sale for £1,500, including all of the expensive accessories. Billy ca not help but ask Tony what the hell he wanted a metal detector for. Tony goes on to explain to Billy that he plans to advertise a service locally for finding lost objects of value or sentimentality. He says that he could scan with his detector the house or boundary of a home for people who had lost or misplaced objects and items of metallic composition.